What's up, everybody? Back for another Player Collector Diary. The other day, one of my dealers, and when you're a collector, you make friends with lots of different card dealers, reached out and said he recently bought a collection of 90s, early 2000s inserts, base cards, whatever. Are you interested in Jeters? And I said, obviously. So he started taking pictures because normally what I do is I cherry pick. Like I just wanted the cards I don't have. So he started taking pictures. It was pictures of like 70 different cards. I feel sort of bad to be like take all the individual pictures, but I did something that I've always wanted to do. And that was, I said, you know what? How much for it all? I love lots. I would used to buy lots of cards off of eBay all the time, which is a huge way of how I built up my collection till now. But this time I said, well, how much for everything? So it was not just a Jeter. It was Jeter cards, Juan Gonzalez cards for my husband. So it was about 150 cards total, and he said 110 delivered. And I said, sold. Like I didn't even hesitate. Sold for all that. So I get the car. I went and got the cards. I went to the Bordentown show a couple weekends ago, got the cards, and would you believe? After I came home and saw 77 different Derek Jeter cards. That's what I ended up with. 77 different cards. And I was jokingly, I was like, what do we think the over-under is? 2. That was my over-under, 2. A lot of people pick the under because, like, I have so many cards, right? There's over 3,000 different Derek Jeter cards. I ended up with 15 cards I didn't have, which is crazy to me. One, because I did not expect that many cards. They were all inserts, but still, I did not expect that many cards. And two, there was cards in here I was sure I had, which now also makes me question my memory. And now I'm like, of all these times I've been going through just boxes of cards thinking I had, did I just put down cards I had? Or option 3 is, it just goes back to my memory because I don't remember if I did option 1 or option. Like, 1, did I not actually have these cards? 2, am I misremembering? Or 3, is my list all messed up? Because even though I have 3,000 something cards on my list, how am I missing these 15 cards? Anyway, so like here's a card I could have sworn I had in my collection, and yet here it is. This I knew I didn't have, so I'm going to move this a little better so we can see the thing. But this one I knew I didn't have. Let's move this a little here. There we go. I knew it when I saw this. I knew I didn't have this card. So here's one I definitely didn't have. See, now this one I've seen a million times, and I thought I was sure I had this card. Sure of it. Not on my list. So now I have one. Another one. This one I would have pulled if I was just looking. I would have pulled. See, this one I knew I didn't have. Studio Stars. And this one I probably would end up skipping too because I definitely have like the other variations. But the difference here is if you see on the back, it says Team Collection. Did not have the 3 to Team Collection. 3 out of 15 on the numbering on the back. This one, I might have skipped, but it's the gold medallion, and I wonder if I would have missed that gold medallion, but did not have this. Swore I could have had this one, Amazing Greats. This one I would have pulled. Did not have. This was a silver signature, so I knew I didn't have that one, so that was cool. Here was another one. I would have pulled to see if I had that one. Glamour Boys. I don't know what that means. Does anybody know what Glamour Boys is supposed to mean? I don't know. See, this one also thought definitely thought I had. And it's on the list. And here's one I would have potentially checked to see if I had. Now, and the reason that was not all 15, I waited to show this one because out of all the cards, I gotta be honest, this, I'm gonna pull it out, was probably the best card of the bunch. Now, this is Ultra Gold Medallion from I'm gonna make sure I get this is rookie. I'm saying this is 97. 1996 Fleer Ultra Gold Medallion. The gold does look a little sort of scuffed, but I didn't have this card, and this is such a cool insert set, the Gold Medallion from 96. I don't think, maybe we end up putting this into grading. I don't know if I will. But you could see how it's sort of, the surface is not great. But what a fun card. This card sort of made it really all worth it, but 15 different cards that I ended up with, which is pretty crazy to me. I did buy some other cards at the show. of ones that I did look up and no, I didn't have. So here is 2004 Donruss production line. This was not part of the lot. Number to 324. This was not part of the lot, but a card I spied at the show. Knew I didn't have. Here we have Jeter, Tino, Bernie, and then we have Andy Pettitte and Mariano Rivera on the back. Love Pacific Invincible for this case. And then we have here Fleer Legacy. There's a bunch of these cards. I don't have them all. I don't even think I'm close to having them all. Beautiful cards. I love cards with Baby Jeter on them. Number 2, I believe 1,000 there on the back. So I ended up with a total of 18 new cards from going to the Bordentown show a couple weekends ago, which puts my Derek Jeter card total at, so now drum roll please, right? The grand total of my current Jeter collection of unique cards is 3,044 cards. So this was well worth the trip. So happy I was able to buy a brand new lot and ended up with 15 new cards from that 77. So this might be a new thing where I just end up buying a bunch of lots instead of trying to cherry pick and remember what I don't have. I think this might be my new way to go. So from this edition of the Diary of a Player Collector, finding 15 new cards, thanks for watching.